Power, peace, and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people that struggle as you come on in. Know that you're in a safe space. Know that you're in a space of learning and getting learned up. Know that you're in a space of educating and being educated. Know that you're in a space for conversation, questions and answers, comments and concerns. You're in a space of dialogue, of supreme intelligence, of integrity. Your space, a space of love. A space of love, hello, right? Master, yes, this is your space. A space where we are working on a united path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants, come on in, come on in. Please keep all contact information in the chat for the duration and throughout the class. Please keep all funding information. Hashtags, grams of money, pals that pay, greens. Morse code, sign language, damn it. Carrier pigeons, send a kite. Please keep all contact and funding information in the chat for the duration of class. Fund the war effort. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until they got you. Don't wait until the pink slip is coming. Don't wait until people form an opinion about you. Man, she sure is a bit much. Yeah. He sure is a handful. Don't wait until it's too late. If you or anybody you know is in need of a domestic violence intervention, please book an assessment. If you or anyone you know is in need of an intimate relationship abuse counseling and consultation, please book an assessment. Learn the warning signs, the behaviors that should alarm you, characters and characteristics that should heighten your alertness. People, places, events, things, man, that should heighten your awareness. Remember, with this information, the life that you save could be your own. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How you do? How you do? How you do? Rainy Monday. Yes, it is. A little blustery outdoors too. But we here. Quick early class. Yes, it's a quick early class because so much goes on. So much information. Man, it comes like almost hourly now. Some is distracting. Some are points of reference that we need to really focus in on. Yeah, we do. So we got to get to it. I got to do it when I can do it. I got to do it when I can do it. And I appreciate those who always come through. Yes. But we don't have anybody familiar that we are tagging yet right here in this particular class. I know y'all want to talk about the young boy, NBA, young boy, NBA, whatever the hell his damn name is. I know y'all want to talk about his release. We'll do that probably tonight because in all reality, man, I don't give him till the summer. He might get clipped, to be honest. Okay? I know y'all want to talk about the Jonathan Majors flame, but he's a flamer. We'll get to that too. We got this very, very important DV class to get into. Suspected DV class. So we're going to do that. So we're going to tag the California Department of Corrections. Just tag them. Yeah. And we're going to tag the United States Department of what? ICE agents and all of, DEA and all these other letter boy agencies for their quick acting work, bagging a big gal. We're going to get into that. And while you're at it, let's see who's up in here. So put down your tweeds and cap your wine. Damn it. It's class time. See, Bliz, my sniper, first in class. What it do? S. Beckles is number 2. What up, London is in the building. What's going on, Magic? We see y'all. A. Wood, what up, A. Wood? Yes, we see you. Big Detroit energies up in here. Hoptar, what's going on? We see you. We see you. Leah, what up? Philip Boone, Philly. What up, Threats? We see you. Tierra, the youngin' is in the spot. What up, T? Geechee. What up, Geechee? Mr. Mac. 1, 2, 3. Guns and Gloves. We see you. TC. We see you. Uptown Trey's in here. Yeah, Thrax Pax TV. What up? Corey Grant. Yeah. Got that money in. Did you get that money in the rain? Yeah, we got it in. That's what I'm talking about. Mac J, St. Louis, what up? Neef Buck, what up? Dustfro, what up? Sham-Allah, peace, almighty, what up? Hood, Politics Entertainment, we see you. Yeah, I ain't never late. I had to take the train to get here. Cut it out. Willie Bethel, what's going on, Willie? Mecca, you better stop blowing kisses, I'm telling you. Yeah, Knife. What up, Knife? What? Guys are on the game. We see you. Eric Brown, what's going on? Willie Extra, what up? William, what up? Eric Carlos, the Riverwalkers checking in. What up, San Antonio? Spectacular Enterprise Podcast Channel. Yo, long ass tag name. Cut it down, damn it. This ain't what you call it? The Price is Right? You can't fit that on no name tag. Hawkeye 720, what up, Kenny's Unholy Grail? Michael, 55, Michael. 55, Michael Cephas, 55. Yeah. Mello, what up? Charles, what up, Charles? Stephen Gill, what's going on? The Original Piece, Snook the Bear TV, Versace, Broccoli, Mark Hines. Yeah, we see you up in here. Yeah, hey, Ghoster, what up? We see you, Gene, Helene, Kim Canada, First Responders in the building, Barbara Williams in the building. What? AW what? A-doubles what? We see you. Yeah, Construction Site Media TV. Jay Jackson's in the building. Yeah. Let's get to it. See, I told you class be light when the weather ain't right. Yeah. Class be light when the weather ain't right. Yeah, that limeade. I don't like that, but I'm thirsty. I gotta do a little something. We gotta get to it. First of all, before we get deep into this story, right? As always, when somebody transitions, we have to, send our deepest condolences to their families. Okay? The Gressler, Global Hustler, Cuckoo the Bag of Bones, in here from Zurich, Switzerland. We see you. Ken Williams, we see you. Get your ass in the chair, you late. Let's keep it moving. So we're going to send our condolences out. Okay? We're definitely going to send our condolences out to Stephanie Dowles and her family. We're going to speak truthfully, though. We're going to send it. We're going to make sure that we hope that the universe sends them all the healing strength that they need through this time of grief. Okay? Even though it's months removed from this tragedy. Okay? So we're going to get that out of the way. And again, just like as always, in the beginning of class, if you believe that you are in a domestic violence situation, reach out for help. You can survive and thrive after. There is no shame in it. Reach out for assistance. Right? As we seen last week, was it Friday we had that class where the sister was actually in the precinct and they ignored her only for her to become a victim of fatality at the hands of her stalker and abuser just a half hour later. I'm telling you, if you believe, and that's for the men as well, that you are in a space that is abusive, that is violent, reach out for help. Reach out. Talk to somebody. Okay? Now, this particular case is just now going viral. Again, I don't get it why some of these tragic, very, very tragic stories are not viral in its real time. Again, they piecemeal and kind of spoon feed when they want certain information to reach the masses. But this should have been it should have came way down every wire, every grapevine, because there's so many of us that are affected by the criminal justice system, by law enforcement, by those who are behind bars. And very rarely do we get anyone or group of us to speak truthfully about that very real condition. Very rarely. So when this hit me, and it was hitting me since I would say Friday, I started seeing the memes and the actual vids and the news segments about it. Let's get into it. A California inmate is being investigated for allegations that he unalived his wife on a conjugal visit. David Brinson, 54, was serving multiple life sentences after he was found guilty of unaliving 4 men in 1993. And most of these sentences are life in prison without parole, I believe, for all 4 of them. In November, this past November, Brinson had an unsupervised visit with wife Stephanie Dowell, 62 years old, at Mule Creek State Prison in Northern California. Brinson claimed to prison officials she had passed out, but the county coroner said that this week that her death was a homicide and determined she had been strangled. However, they have not charged anyone for her demise. Now, when you get into it and you start seeing the memes, and then you start to, especially on Twitter, you start to see the posts coming and people commenting. People had a lot to say. A lot to say. And again, I don't want to chalk it up as ignorance, right? Because many people have limited knowledge about the justice system. We would believe, so certain people would believe that everybody would know what goes on in there, how things are ran, what are the rules, because many of us, through conditioning and experience, know firsthand. So to call them ignorant, I'm very reserved in that. I just want to say that it's surprising when so many people have a lack of knowledge about this. Okay? And in the comments, I said, you know what? I have to address this. I got to speak on it in class because I'm hearing a lot of negative spewing going on. And we do know people stunt for social media. People come out with all type of foolishness that they print and send out. I've learned to read comments. Okay? I've learned to read specific comments and know that a lot of people just stunting online. They're just looking for attention, and I also have knowledge, know that a lot of these things are computer generated trolls, to further enhance narratives and agendas and as such. So I just want a little bit of clarity through us in this class dealing with this. All right? For real, because it's a serious issue that a lot of us deal with, okay? According to other sources, the county coroner confirmed some 4 months after her, demise that she was strangled. The district attorney confirmed to other news sources that he's awaiting the prison's full report before filing charges. Okay? Before filing charges. Brinson was sentenced, like I said, to prison in 1994 for the June 1990 unalive of 4 men in LA, including a retired tavern owner by the name of Robert Marks, 59. Okay? At his trial, witnesses testified that Brinson believed the former tavern owner was a well-connected cocaine dealer when he showed up at Mark's garage apartment with a hammer and 2 accomplices, hoping to rob Marks for drugs and money. Okay? We're gonna get in that, Sierra, because that's something that I wanted to get into and I couldn't find anything, but we're going to build on that. Witnesses testified that Brinson, after searching the apartment and finding only a scant amount of marijuana, shot Marks and 3 other men. Gene McCullers, 28, Celandino Lictas, 33, and William Terry, 27. Who had gathered at the apartment to watch a basketball game. Man, you see what I'm saying about awareness, associates, where you move and how to move. This is 4 people gone quick. They were all shot execution style as they laid face down on the floor in the bedroom. So this dude was a real winner. Because if that's your thing, if you a stick-up kid and you got the drop and you going through and there's nothing there, why take these people out? You dig? Why? Makes no sense. Brinson, now 54, has since been transferred to the California Healthcare Facility in Stockton, a state prison for incarcerated patients with long-term medical or acute mental health needs. Hey, Marshy, what's going on? Okay. Armand Torres, Stephanie Brinson's son, told the outlet that his family was just devastated. He said that she would visit her husband at the prison and would read the Bible together. He was in school in there because she was pushing him to try to be this better person. Daughter-in-law Natalie Jimenez told the outlet. So see exactly where we getting at, Sierra? We gonna get into that because there's been different news reports, different news segments that I've been watching from out there. So we're going to get into this. Okay? All right? Because I've been on conjugal visits. Okay? And as I told you before, New York State, California State, and Illinois mirror each other in the rules and regulations when it comes to conjugal visits in their correctional department facilities. So I was having questions to it as well when I started seeing the family and listening. And I'm reading and listening and watching. And I'm like, hold up now. Okay? The county coroner recently told the family that Stephanie was strangled and her death had been ruled a homicide. Torres told the outlet he believes the prison should be held accountable for his mother's death. How could they just let this happen? I just don't get it, Torres said. My mom was just left alone and she called for help, I'm sure. And there's nothing she could do. Given the history that this guy has, we kind of wanted to know how it is even possible for them to be unsupervised. Now, Deborah, we won't get into that part real quick. They could sue all they want. Somebody is homicide. Okay? Keep that 1,000. Now, what happened was terrible, horrible. And there is almost no way around that type of situation. I've seen dudes, real pieces of shit. I've seen them cut a family member or a spouse or a girlfriend right in the face on a visit, on an actual regular visit. I've seen dudes beat, punch, and then of course, after the fact, the corrections get them and do what they do, and of course they're going to get extra time for that. However, people who visit these individuals that are incarcerated are vulnerable, very, very vulnerable at that point. Regardless of what anyone may believe, you're not doing the bid with them. You're not. You're being supportive, but you're not in there with them. And I always, when I'm in a space where somebody is coming to me for consultation in that space, I do that as well. I do prison and inmate counseling for family members and stuff. I always let them know that they're not telling you everything that goes on behind those walls. You have absolutely no knowledge of anything behind those walls unless they're being truthful and telling it to you, or they've done something and they're being punished, and the administration lets you know. Okay? But once you go through those doors, you're vulnerable to all actions, whether the correctional officers and staff want to treat you horribly, whether your visitor or the person that you're visiting is going to treat you horribly. Okay? You're at their mercy. You really are. And if they are not in a clean space where they're actually making an attempt to rehabilitate themselves, because none of the systems can do it. The system does not rehabilitate individuals. Individuals rehabilitate themselves behind those walls. That's the truth. I don't care if you do 2 years, 10 years, 14, 20 years, 30 years. There is nothing that the correctional department does to encourage rehabilitation. No. Most people do that on their own. So if they get upset, if they've been abused, if they're in a different space where they believe that you're not being sincere, or they just, for whatever reason, are off and want to take it out on you, that's what they're going to do. Now, the questions for me come directly at the family. Because as we was asked in class by Sierra, when were they married? When were they married? And I haven't seen that anywhere. See, these are the layers that we have to strip before we get on social media and just start wilding out and making these comments and memes and the conversations, which are so biased that it becomes a little triggering. My question is, did she know this individual from the street? And they had a relationship and she knew of what he had did and still corresponded with him to the point of getting married? Or is this somebody she met through somebody and then started this relationship and married him? Because you just don't get married going trailers. It doesn't work like that. There's a process there. And in the course of that process, with these two adult sons, all of a sudden who are confused about her being alone with them, I question that. You didn't know your mama was going through? You had to, because in different news spaces, you said different things. Okay? You said different things. You said that she would visit her husband and they would read the Bible together. So, son, you knew, and you know to some degree what she said to you about this man. These are not kids. These are not babies. These are adult men talking about they would read the Bible together. And as her son, you told your wife, because your wife made a statement knowing that this dude was in school, because she was pushing him to be a better person. So y'all had conversations as a family about this piece of doo-doo that she was going to see on a regular basis. Am I correct? So at what point are you so shocked and surprised? When? When? Were you not shocked and surprised when the correspondence started? You have to know where she's going on the weekends or during the week, because he had 4 life sentences, which means he's in a maximum security facility, which means in that maximum security facility, they got visits during the week, every day. Every day. It's not just on the weekends, as a medium classification facility would be. So I mean, sometimes she's going up there during the week. This is your mother, who's also very engaged in the community and was a business owner. This isn't some dizzy woman. So the family's aware of it. Are we going to find out later that one of the sons was an actual witness at the wedding? Again, this is where we have to have specific knowledge. Were they married before he went in, or was it a marriage, right, of convenience in a correctional facility? Right? This is where it's at. That's what is not being put out there. So we can gather at least a little bit of where her head might have been. First-hand experience, I'm telling you. I've seen women correspond with a dude 3-4 months. And within 3-4 months, dude is talking about, yo, I'm getting married. Like, what? You want the chick that just started coming to see you? Yeah. I've seen women correspond with a person, and in a few months, divorce who she's with out in the street for somebody behind the wall. I've seen all type of stuff. I've seen correction officers give somebody the grippers in jail to the point at which where she's not stopping, they get caught, she gets fired, she gets married to consistently come through to see him. I've seen that several times. I've seen civilian staff marry dudes. I've seen it all. So that's the question. Is this somebody she knew from the street and was married, or is this somebody who had a jail wedding? But I know the son, both sons, and one of the daughter-in-laws have been on the news, and their questioning don't make sense to me. How could she be left alone? And this is what I'm really startled by. Like, it's a conjugal visit, a trailer visit, a conjugal visit, a family visit. You're alone. You're alone. You're alone. Okay? That's what she signed up for. And before you're able to get a conjugal visit, she sits with jail staff. He has counsels with his counselor. They have a list of rules. She has the rules of what she can bring, what she can't bring, count times and all that. He understands it. This is something that if she didn't tell her children about, I would be surprised. Now, for those who don't understand it, let me break it down right here. Family visits are a privilege, and incarcerated persons must apply and meet strict eligibility criteria to be approved. Only those who demonstrate sustained good behavior and meet specific program requirements are considered. These visits are designed to support positive family connections and successful rehabilitation. Those who are usually barred from taking part in such visits include death row inmates, ex-offenders, and people with disciplinary restrictions on their record, which means people wilding and they're fighting, going to the box and stuff like that. Okay? Other than that, it's obvious that he was decent for a specific amount of time. Like, you can't have no major tickets for like 2 years or so. And you met your program requirements. So I don't know what his programming is. You got 4 life sentences, so he might have had anger management. I don't know if he was a drug abuser, but maybe because drugs was the catalyst for the crime, he might have did K-SAC or ASAP. Whatever his programming was, he was fulfilling it. So in the course of him being married, he was, excuse me, in the course of him being eligible for marriage, he also was on some type of good behavior. Okay? Now, that doesn't mean that he's all the way right in the head. Okay? Doesn't mean he was all the way right in the head. Much appreciated for that, Ninth, because they're not following me on Twitter. People don't follow me too much anywhere other than here. So much appreciation for that. Now, again, I'm telling you something, and I'm giving y'all a nice piece of jewelry here. Because somebody is doing what is required for them to do in there because of whatever fear that they have, right? Or whatever they're trying to attain, doesn't mean they're right and exact. I've seen weirdos. Okay? I've seen Pedialites. Okay? I've seen scammers. I've seen dope fiends. I've seen all type of stuff. But when they present themselves to their support system, their family and things, they don't know. They don't know. Eric Brown, much appreciated for the super chat. They don't know. You dig what I'm saying? Not a clue. You coming up there, you're being supportive. I'm looking at her like, yo, she come every week. Don't know that this dude is in the yard every day with a thing. Playing gripper, getting baby oils. And his wife is coming every week. So we have to kind of picture somebody who unalived 4 people for nothing, and people are trying to figure out how are they allowed these privileges. This corporation, the United States of America, has the laxest punishment on the whole globe. Only one who may have different prison systems that's as lax is probably Finland and Sweden, where they allow them dudes keys to rooms, real family jobs, and I've seen some of them spots over there where they actually are able to go out in society and then come back on a regular basis. And I've been in a space where we had our own room in New York State. Get your little key, got your room, minimum security joint. So again, it's very, very loose. Now, when you're talking about trailers and conjugal visits, her sons know that they was alone. What do you think a trailer is? What do you think a conjugal visit is? You think they going up there and the CEO is in the trailer with them? No. That's his wife. He was doing husbandly things behind this. She was doing wifely things on the trailers. But there's no security. She got to turn in everything. No electronics, no phones, nothing. She's in the jail with him. Right there. Y'all didn't know that? Y'all didn't know that? Come on. Come on now. You are totally vulnerable when you're a civilian going into a prison. Family has to know something. Mom, where you going? Because it's 2 days. What? She didn't say I'm going to see my husband? Come on now. Come on now. There's no shock and awe and surprise here for the family. You can't expect me to believe that. Now, you put that out there on the news to blow the story up, which really don't need any blowing up. This dude was a maniac. A maniac. But again, I'm telling you, people do not vet individuals who they give support to in there. They don't. Because they don't have an honest view. I've seen mothers continuously support their sons through garbage. Sons that did all type of stupid shit in the street. Got convicted and you still mama's boy. Even when he asking mama to bring drugs. Mom, they gonna hurt me in here if you don't bring me some drugs. And got mama a straight square convinced to put a balloon in her ass to come up there. And this dude is in there selling and smoking and sniffing. Nobody trying to harm him. This is the game. Sham Allah, much appreciation for the super. That's just what it is. Because people do not, and I'm telling you, do not look with clean eyes and listen with clear ears. They don't. They don't. But here we do. I'm telling y'all what it is. Whenever you're being supportive and you're attempting to assist somebody during that time and they're away, yo, you got to make sure that you are trying your damnedest to make sure that they don't come out the same way they went in. What books are you reading? What's going on in there? Are you safe? Did you pick up a trade? Are you going to school? These are hard conversations. If you're going to spend that time and energy and effort to go through, you better go through right. Because dudes back there is bullshitting. I've seen dudes do 10, 15 years on their bunk, reading garbage or porn and jerking off for 15 years, not picking up a book, not going to no type of faith-based organization, not doing nothing, but wanting to return to the street to do the same shit. Why are you worried about them? Oh man, nah, that's my cousin. Nah, that's my bro. No, man, that's my daughter. They don't care. You care more than them. So now we're in a space where we don't know what's going on with this dude. We do know he's a sucker because somebody who was coming, who had genuine love and was supporting him, who married his ass, he homed her, allegedly. Now, what does that do for every other wife that picks up that article or watches that on social media? Because again, there is absolutely no way to stop that. They do counts. Okay? They do counts. And then that's it. They don't count you through the night. They do counts during the day. By the time that last count come in, boom, that's it. They don't do another one till the morning. And you in there. And you in there. But I know in New York, I don't know in Cali, in New York, every bit of information that they can arm you with, they arm you with. When somebody's on their way home, when somebody's getting ready to get paroled to somebody's house, they tell you everything that this dude did in there. What he did to get in there. Everything. Before you get married, y'all both have to submit HIV/AIDS test results. All that. Everything. There's just too many different things that she had to go through for me to believe that her family ain't involved, that her sons wasn't aware. Now, don't get me wrong. We know people who hide the fact that they're going to a prison, that they're going to be supporting somebody. But we know from what the news is saying and what he said out his mouth on the news that they knew she was going through. I just don't get where they think that she was in there and police was around on the trailer. Like the COs is in the trailer with them while he cooking dinner. And it's, no, it don't work like that. No. Conjugal visits, damn it. He can ready to bust that down. Yeah. That's family visits to keep the family together. I've seen people go on family visits with their moms and their kids. Because they not with their spouse and stuff like that. It's a family visit. I've seen dudes, fathers, go through and spend a few days with their son to let them know that they're supported, to try to, see. But come on, man. Come on now. Ain't no lawsuit in that. No. Nah. Ain't no Department of Corrections held accountable for that. No. Mm-mm. You have to be very careful. And that goes for anyone. Anyone. Which is why I say prevention is the key. There's no such thing as reform, social reform, prison reform, none of that. We have to work on prevention. Getting our people out of the mindset that being criminal is okay. That being hood ghetto is okay. Shit ain't okay. No. You did that because of conditioning. You did that as a response to trauma, as a response to the poverty. That's what you did. That's why you embraced the streets. Like, if we not wanted, then we'll do this on our own. Oh, you don't want me to learn to read, so I'm going to just stay here. Oh, now you're giving me welfare? Okay, I'm going to take that too. And generation after generation, people began to accept that. Nah, that ain't us. That ain't you. That's something that the people are doing. And those who really going against the grain are revolutionary, liberators. There's a difference between liberation and criminality. That shit is light years away from each other. Light years in thought away from each other. You're not criminal. You ain't hood and ghetto and no. That's been a conditioning over time. So now when people talk about, now I gotta hold them down and no, hold them down for what? For what? For what? He got to go do that time. That's what he got to go do. The hell you talking about? And most of the people y'all holding down wasn't doing shit for y'all in the beginning while they was out there. Being big dog criminal running through, taking all this money. They wasn't doing nothing for their families, their communities, nothing. So now they get locked up and you want to hold them down? God, what are we doing? That's a conditioning. That's a thought. And we got to get rid of that, erase that. You don't have no allegiance to that dumb shit. You don't. You get it? We don't do that. We don't do that at all. So we don't know the full story. We don't. And we may never find out. We may never find out the truth. But I'm telling you, the longer somebody's in there and not working on themselves and not reading proper materials, okay, the worse off they are. The worse off they are. I'm telling you that. From personal experience, I'm telling you that. The worse off they are. You have to be engaged in something progressive in there. It'd be positive because anything is positive. People believe, okay? People actually believe that because somebody's in there sitting down and not doing anything, that's a good thing. No. That's positive. Oh, okay, well, he's changed. He didn't change. He's just unable to continue that activity. That's it. You can hear change. You can see change. You can feel it. And that's real. Very real. If I wasn't so forthright and didn't tell people, I don't wear that. Nobody would know I did a whole dime. And then two before that. I don't wear that. That's nothing that I lead with. I don't lead with that. Others, you can wear it. You can see it when they wear it. You dig? So, again, we hope that family heals. And I want y'all to know, if y'all ever need counsel when in that space, man, reach out. Definitely reach out. definitely reach out. All right? Because that was just crazy. That was crazy. Now, if you are of a certain particular political status, we mean no disrespect. Okay? We do have a piece of empathy, for what you are going through in this day and time, but yo, this shit is out of hand and it got ridiculous. And being from where I'm from, here, NYC, I done seen a lot. But damn it, I ain't seen it like, oh, shit that I just seen. Oh, big girl. Man. Yeah, cause this shit, I'm trying to figure out how this even happened. For real. I'm trying to really figure out how this shit happened. Okay, let's get to it. Officials with ICE, ICE, the U.S. Marshal Service, and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives joined forces to nab the suspect identified as 36-year-old Virginia Basora Gonzalez, who was originally from the Dominican Republic, ICE said on Thursday. Her rap sheet included prior convictions for attempted possession with intent to distribute fentanyl and aiding and abetting. She was previously removed from the U.S. and re-entered the country without admission by an immigration official. Images shown the moments after authorities caught the woman, who was wearing gray sweatpants and a black shirt, and who appeared to be extremely upset about being arrested. She waited till it was too late and was crying, cuffed up. And I'm like, hold on a minute. How her big ass get up under the barbed wire? Because I've seen them cutting through the borders. Yeah, coming through Mexico, coming through around Cali and all that. Them little people be getting caught up in there, the kids. The raging waters and all that. How her big ass get back over here and get up under the barbed wire? Because she's a biggin'. Yeah, man, we ain't even gonna hold that. So you can key and cry all you want. I'm trying to figure that shit out. How you make it back? How? I never seen nobody that big in the water. I never seen nobody that big coming through the woods in Canada. None of that. How that happened? In June of 2019, she was charged with attempting possession with intent to distribute 40 grams or more of fentanyl and aiding and abetting. In March 2020, she pled guilty to the charges against her and was sentenced to just over 12 months confinement and 4 years of supervised release. The agency also noted that in October 2020, U.S. officials removed her to the Dominican Republic. So she got sentenced and then kicked up out of here. How the hell she get back? And then what is the matter with her? They caught your big ass and you did the same thing again. You came back. You can't hide. My thing is, yo, and what are they using? I'm serious. What are they using at the border? What are they using to identify people? Because trust, if they kicked my ass out, I guarantee you I wouldn't be back. I guarantee you that shit. Soon as I try to get on a boat, there he go right there. Nigga, get your ass back where we sent you. It wouldn't work for us. It worked for her. Shorty got head, yo, her head is like this. And you mean to tell me ain't no satellite pick it up? Ain't no sonar, radar? She came back and was back in the spot hustling again? Come on, what kind of game is being played here, man? What kind of game is being played? She made it back? She made it back. Somebody lying to me. Somebody lying to me. Let's go. ICE issued by Sora Gonzalez a notice of intent to reinstate final order of removal for March 12th, and on the same day obtained a federal arrest warrant and criminal complaint from a U.S. magistrate judge and turned her over to the U.S. Marshal Service. She will remain in federal custody pending charges for reentry after deportation in the Eastern District of Pennsylvania. The news comes as President Donald Trump wants to expand ICE's detention capacity to hold more criminal illegals. This specific outlet reported recently that ICE has arrested approximately 33,000 illegal aliens across the nation since January 20th, when T. Trizzle took office for the second time. So you mean to tell me this ain't political? You mean to they let her back in, man. So they can tweak the law, fine tune it, and jam other people. Because you're not going to sit here and make me believe that she ain't getting no help coming back. I'm telling you, she can't walk no 3 and 4 miles. She can't ride a bike. Scooter, skis, nothing. Ain't no way in hell you telling me that she doubled back, got back in the country under sonar, radar, the dogs, barbed wire, everything? Go to the thumbnail, you can see her. Big girl, big head like this, crying and shit. How the hell you get back? And then went right back to the block, pitching. And then you come back, you don't even get a gig. You come back to the block. Yo, we got it over here. Nah. What the hell was you doing? You ain't trying to go to Waffle House, get a gig. You ain't trying to go get a gig at Target. Damn it. You ain't even trying to be a wave flag at construction. You went back to the block pitching after them kicked your ass out already? This ain't the 80s. You think you down with the Jerry Curls and all that? You coming in and out? No, man, no. Come on now. Come on. No, how the hell? Come on, somebody lying to me, man. Somebody lying to me. Because I got homies that was deported. Back to Trinidad, back to Jamaica. They ain't get back yet. Did a bid, they done got kicked out of the country. Immigration picked them up there in Jamaica to this day. Trinidad to this day. I got a man in Panama to this day. Never got back. Skinny dudes. Thick. Can crawl, run, jump, do all that. Her big ass got back. Her shit is like this. How? How? You tell me how. One of y'all got to tell me how. 170 of y'all in here, somebody gonna tell me how her ass got up under the fence. How she squeezed through the goddamn, get through the nooks. Hell no. The hell you think this is some animated TV special? She could just shape shift? Hell no. Nah, man. Nah, somebody got some explaining to do. I know y'all. Yeah. I'm not going for that shit. Nah, Marshy, nah, hell no. No. I don't care if she came through Canada by way of Batavia or coming through Michigan. There is always some. How? Because when you coming in them different spots, them way off awkward spots, you got to go through trees. You got to go through all type of canyons. You got to go through all type of rocks. No. You ain't gonna sit here and tell me she's an Olympic swimmer. Ah, hell no. Y'all didn't hear about the family that's suing the dude that was married, he lost his wife, his pregnant wife, coming in through, was she coming through Michigan? No, Lake Champlain. Fell in the water. It was icy cold. They found her. She died. It was a wrap. These are not easy ways. No, they easy if you fit. They easy if y'all helping and walking and through and all that, and you. It's not an easy track. Damn it, some of y'all can't walk through Central Park, Prospect Park. Y'all ain't campers. Y'all ain't never go upstate to Camp Hurley when y'all was little, sleepaway camp and all that. No. Her big ass ain't come through. Somebody helped and slid up in here. And even in the help, they using these sprinters, they using these big rigs and trucks. She got to be in a space for Dolo. So she had the whole space for Dolo. Because you can't scrunch up with the other 10 people that got like 3 adults and 7 kids and they scrunched up. You ain't scrunching that up. Shit like this. You ain't scrunching this shit up. This shit was cement tile. That shit was like a brick. Got this cement. Cinder block shit. She come pitching. You ain't got it. You got what? Hey, come here. Lock her right up. Got her again. Come on. Now, she come back one more time. Y'all gonna know. Y'all gonna know the jig is up. Y'all gonna know. And that's real talk. End of discussion. End of discussion. And you got the nerve to be a criminal. Yeah. So listen, man, listen, I gotta move. I can't mess with y'all. I can't mess with y'all today because y'all already in the mood. I see it. I see it. Already in the mood. So fund the war effort because I'm getting up out of here because I'm not messing with y'all today. Y'all want to sit here and clown on people. It ain't laughing matter. It ain't. No, it ain't. So classroom assistants. Much appreciation for holding it down because as you see, we getting more trolls than subscribers. Yeah, we are. More trolls than people funding the war effort. Yeah, we are. I don't know what's going on with that. Well, all of a sudden we getting all these troll skis from as if we gonna stop. No, we not gonna stop. No. But I know I ain't messing with y'all. My regulars, y'all got some issues when y'all coming on and y'all in class and everything funny all of a sudden. Y'all laughing at people who ain't supposed to be laughed at. I'm not messing with y'all today. All right? Yeah. Yeah. You ain't supposed to be laughing at that girl. No, man, no. You ain't supposed to be laughing at that girl. Y'all supposed to help her. When she come back, help her. Say, no, mommy, no, mommy, you got to get a job. Call a buffing boss. Because I know with them arms, you can buff. Buffer ain't taking you nowhere. You just need the right person to plug you to the buffer boss. Kingpin days is over. That TV bullshit, all that's done. Ain't nobody coming and being the biggest. Nah, man, them dealing days is over. Get you an appointment with the buffing boss. Yeah, get you a buck, because I know you can buff the shit out of some flows. Your shit like this. And with that head, you can balance everything. You balancing that head, you can balance the buffer. Plug that shit up. All that trying to pitch? No, the block is hot. The block is hot. Somebody tell her in Spanish. The block is hot. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, fire. Yeah, muy caliente. El calle, muy caliente. Get your ass a job, trabajo. Get the buffer. And you trying to stay. All that crime syndicate, nah. Okay? So yeah, classroom assistants, man, much appreciation for holding it down. Yeah, un fuego. Yeah, man, she's un fuego. El calle, un fuego. Mama, get a job. Because ICE is everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. All right? To all those who funded the war effort, much appreciation. To those who didn't, we see you. My truckers, pull over. Don't drive with cat shit in your eye. Get you some rest. All right? Get you some rest. And stay away from them rest stop thoughts. My educators keep educating all my peoples who got their own thing going on. Put it in the comments, put it in the chat, sell your stuff, market your stuff, damn it. This is what we do here. Marcy, put the damn services in the chat. Yeah. All y'all MCs, put it in the chat. Y'all beat makers, put it in the chat. Y'all content creators, podcasters, soap, put it in the chat, damn it. It's the real space. It's the independent space here. We're not playing. Okay? Guard your mind. Guard your mind. Don't let them get your mind. Okay? And don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. I got things to do and limited time and resource to do it. So I'm going to see y'all in a minute. I'm going to see you when I see you, damn it. 55 gang. Get y'all grades.